Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again. Welcome back. Got another episode of Terra here in version 0.7.2, the newest stable build. This is part of my playthrough that I've been working on. And as we get into this, I'd like to just say thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy what you're about to see. And if you do, don't forget to throw a like down below. You know, a blue thumb's always good with some comments to boot. Can't go wrong there, right? Even if it's just to say hello. It'd be sweet to hear from you. Or if you haven't already, subscribe. Ding the bell for notifications. That way it'll keep you up to date on all the new and hopefully interesting stuff I got. And basically what I'm up to in this one is over the last couple episodes I've been building up my scrapper base. Or the last one. I guess I condensed that pretty good. So with all the building, I'm running low on stuff. And I'm getting to the point where I need to make a little money. So I figured I better go out and resupply my inventory as I'm scrapping stuff back at the base. So just kind of going for, ooh, he blew up good. Ain't a heck of a mess though, like look. Getting to be a little bit of a pain in the nuggets to keep dropping the skew down all the time. But, what we gotta do, eh? Yeah, I'm just running, oh, that was beauty. I like when they do that. It's like an eruption of explosive power. Or explosivity. Oh, he was still in there? Ah, he's a sneaky one. See, it's messes like this where I'm thinking, I might need to build a little helper guy. Just for cleaning up scattered messes like that. But I tell you, it sure is fun making them. So as you can tell, I went through a few different days on this one. I got quite a bit of playing in. Honestly, within the day that I've been playing, or the little bit I've been playing since the last episode, well, here's how it worked out. I needed about 3 to 5 minutes of good video to finish up the one I was working on. And I started playing, and that was early Monday morning. Today be Tuesday, and I did a lot of playing. Way more than I was intended to do. And I managed to, by the end of this, and it'll work into the next episode, I've made over $1 million. I've spent about $800,000. And I still got the rest of my money to spend. I still don't have enough for what I want to do. I'm trying to turretize my base. So little bothersome guys can't get in there anymore. But I think they are spawning right next to my stuff. Like right next. Because 1 minute there won't be nobody, and next minute a guy like this will be like right in the ring of skews that I got around my base. Ooh, tag me. Keep moving, stick and move, go, go, go. Oh, he's mine now. Thank you kindly. So yeah, once again, clean up. This is my other tactic for cleaning up. Or one of them. I guess I kind of stopped. But usually I'll drop down like 4 skews if I don't have the magnets or a tech worth it. So these guys are a little tiny bit bigger. Jeez. This is a lot bigger than I am. You get 2 of them in there. Oh, staying close though, he couldn't really touch me. That other guy though, he'll tag me up a little bit. I better get the heck away from that man. Got at least 4 that'll hit me if I'm in close. Oh, his cat's right there. Is that the only one? It was too. Nice. I don't even think I took much damage on that one. And there's my base off in the background. It doesn't look like a whole lot yet. But it's come along. As you can see, I got a little more work done on the sides. Actually, I got quite a bit of work. It took a lot of figuring to get all them lines in there working. But basically what I'm doing here is just checking. I wanted to make sure all my lines are running, because what I've done is I got storage on both sides, so you could have independent fabricating on either side, but then also the other side can call from the other side. So left can call for resources from the right, vice versa. So I'm just making sure things are passing back and forth kind of nice, and that they're doing what they're supposed to. Because I got all 3 of these set to fabricate. Now, this has obviously been sped up a little bit, and if you look close, you can see a little shadow getting sucked into a skew. That's what I'm fabricating. And there should be at least one from each side. One closest to the bottom, and then either side should actually produce something. And it looks like it's working pretty good. As you see, I'm not even using my whole storage that I could do, so you know, that leaves the options open. I could even turn on another fabricator if I filled up the other ones, or I think the ultimate test would be to have all 12 fabricators making parts at the same time, just to see what that would do. Maybe later. So here, I'm just kind of touching things up, and I noticed there's a pink arrow in there. Thought those were supposed to be a thing of the past. So yeah, it's time to make a little money. As I was saying, I've been trying to make money galore, and well, this base has been working non-stop for quite a while to do so. And as you would have thought, it seems to be better money-wise, money-making-wise, if you sell off weapons. But here you can see it's getting kind of overwhelmed, and things are getting pretty much chewed up by the first one. It's not really getting past it. So what I'm going to have to do is build out my second line here and jump past that one and try and speed things along. Because this is only one scrapper, one pit for the scrappers running. So I'm going to have to get a little something extra on that. I went to the wrong one. Don't worry, I catch that later. But yeah, I got to do the same for both sides. Because the nice thing with it being able to pass resources from side to side is if one side gets jammed up selling, I can send it to the other side. I can sell through there too. So as you can imagine, to have these options, it's quite a bit of conveyor work. You can't really see it too great because of the dark, but in the next one I'm going to have a nice little tour of the base. And hopefully by then I'll have my other turrets in, and maybe my perimeter defenses will be done. Might have to do a bit of a build up for the turrets and that, just in case, because, you know, maybe other people find them handy. I know they've been pretty helpful for me. And the thing with those ones, is they don't turn, they don't do nothing. So that increases leg ability. Does enough of that when they start shooting at things. This base kicks in firing, plus any turrets that I'm going to have around, yeah, I'm looking at 0.00025 frames a second. Maybe. So yeah, I got my lines in. The basic idea, as I said, I'll fix that other one up there. Those my oversight a little later. But my idea is I'm going to put the bracketry around just to kind of keep things from hopefully getting, or not getting jammed up. There's all those little holes. Stuff could fall in there, get caught, stop scrapping. Well, I feel scrappy, and I don't want to stop for nothing. So I'm going to try and, I'm probably going to cage them in, is one thing I've been thinking about. But I figure I'm going to set up something here. I want to get making some parts that I do need, because I need some more of them brackets. So I figure I'll scrap what I have to and fabricate what I can while I'm playing around and working. Now one thing I've noticed is while you're selling stuff and making money, if you leave the area and you go too far, that it stops working. Now I'm not 100% sure on this. It may add lump sums, give or take. I'm not sure, I couldn't remember the numbers exactly, but it might. So you're kind of stuck to your bases when you want to scrap and do stuff like that, I think. Which, in this situation, really makes things take a long time. So I was kind of thinking, you know, if they obviously got to count the things that are in the holding beam or whatever it's called for the scrappers. So if they count that, see, that's actually a thing. I think I changed the way that is. I would only have the scrappers pick up one item at a time. Because what they do is they're stocking up like that, is they're trying to get a scrapping queue. And if there's too many, they just fumble them around until they finally figure it out. So if they only took one at a time within their area, maybe things would run a little more reliably. And then things wouldn't get thrown around so much, because that's what's been happening with me, so I'm going to make these cages around my pits. And it might look cool too, I don't know. Might not, it might look actually pretty bad, so who knows? Something to build though. Gotta find out somehow. So yeah, there's maybe a few fine touches I'd maybe change with the scrapping and that, but there's still more scrapping or more crafting, to come. And scrapping is part of the crafting. They got a more complicated side of crafting coming, I guess, with components. Advanced crafting, I guess it would be. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. So there's a little bit of an overview of the base. And a little bit of... See? Look at that guy. I highly doubt he just drove in there from nothing without me seeing him. He spawned in real close. And now if you notice that big black thing in the background there when that little clip started, don't get used to it. Something I'm going to be tearing out. It was an idea that, it might work down the road. It's just, I don't think it's going to be good for this one. And yeah, there's my other little collection idea there. And back to cleaning up the enemies, trying to get all these guys out of my area so they're not rushing in all the time. One thing I have found though, if I stay in my base, and I'm on as the base in that tech, that they don't seem to want to run in too close to it. It's when I'm out here wandering around blowing them up, where I get these random guys spawning in. Look at him. He's going right for it. Little punk. Thought he was. But yeah, it's like triggered by you coming back close to your home. And as you can see, my little collection process is kinda getting a little lacking when it comes to this many blocks laying around. So I figure it's about time I build up a little buddy here. See if we can get some help. Because I got this idea where maybe it'd be an idea to have a little guy and a bigger scrap collector guy kind of wandering around as a team. Even my little, even the little missile drone matched up with a good magnetized fella. Could do a heck of a lot of cleanup in the world. Yeah, that missile drone, that happens to be one that my son made. That I think he did really good on, and I've found it extremely useful. I've maybe modified it here and there a touch over the different versions, but this is a good start. I haven't changed much to the base that he got. It drives nice, handles well, and it's got missiles, and it's just a little tiny guy. It's actually really good. So I didn't really want to use too many heavy-hitting weapons on this thing just because, well, they tend to blow blocks up or really far away from you. But these magnets do have a neat little bonus to them. So I'm going to probably limit the number of heavy-hitting weapons to a few. But I'm going to start slow and I'm just going to test things out and see what works and what I like. And of course, I never have enough of these scrap magnets. Seems like I find one every so often of the big ones. Those little ones, I don't know. Even the big ones seem to not be strong enough for some things. The geocore blocks, I've noticed. Some of them don't get picked up very good. So this here, it's a pretty good test for this guy, since he has no real heavy-hitting weapons. He just laser power and magnetism. I don't think the magnetism does much damage. Keeps the blocks out of the way though, so my lasers are doing more effective damage all the time. Unless they're covered by the blocks that are stuck to me, that is. Why, look at that guy. He's got 2 megatons on him. He's picking away at me. I got him though. Ha-ha! Now what you got, little guy? Where you going? You ain't going nowhere. See, look here. The batteries want to tag along with me, but they won't pick up. It's like they're too heavy. And there ain't really that much on those magnets up above. So anyway, look at this guy. Like I could have swore I saw him spawn right in. I just wasn't quick enough with the record button to catch it. So I was turning and just kind of finishing up. So I got a few more little battles here. And there's been a bunch more in between. They just weren't worth showing, really, little guys, but or boring fights. But as you can imagine, I got quite a stockpile of parts now again for more scrapping, and that's what I'll be back at in just a wee bit or for the next episode. But at this point, I am going to call this one pretty much to the end. And once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me. I hope you did enjoy what you saw. Maybe it was helpful in some way. If it was, throw a like, comment, subscription. Ding the bell if you subscribe today, if you haven't already. That way you'll be notified when I have something new and hopefully interesting. And don't forget the Saturday Showcase. That's where I take your text that you submit through the link I have in my description to the Saturday Showcase auditions, or an in-game snapshot or a save game. I can work with either of them, and I'll make the best damn video I can and showcase your text at their finest. If that's something you're interested in, just follow the link. You need to be, I guess, a member on the Terra official forums, but that's not too much. And it's a pretty helpful place if you like this kind of game. And, it's a good place to just chat about random stuff, too, actually. So I think that about covers my little resupplying adventure here, for the most part. I kind of get back into a little bit of the building and stuff and in the next one. So until next time, everybody, keep being awesome and keep having a good one. Bye.